is I don't think the upper, this booty design upper is going to suit everyone, but if this upper works for you, this shoe is going to be a banger. So a couple runs done and dusted in this one. This is the Mizuno Neo Zen, and these are my first impressions. But before we get into it, a big shout out to my #1 running store, the Running Company at Geelong. I've got a link to their website in the description. Make sure you go check out that and check out all their running gear. And also guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And with the specs, so this one is a neutral road running shoe marketed by Mizuno as a daily trainer that can also handle that up-tempo kind of pace. Now, you're going to pay $260 here in Australia and $150 in the US. Now, in the weight, super light package here, so 235 grams. That's in a men's size 9. Now, in the sack heights, you're going to go 39.5 in the rear, 33.5 in the front, and that's going to give us a 6mm drop. And in the upper, so we've got a stretch knit booty design here. So what do I mean by that? Well, this booty design just means that the shoe is one piece. There's not a separate tongue or anything like that. But this material itself, so this knit, it's flexible where it needs to be, and it's also quite structured when it needs to be. It's got holes all the way through it, so it is pretty good in the breathability department. Now in our heel counter, pretty flexible heel counter, as you can see there, a little bit of structure, but as I said, it's just got enough structure just to hold the shape of the shoe. Really high Achilles flare and a pull tab, which you actually need to get your foot in the shoe. So you just really pull back on the tongue here. That's incorporated in the shoe, and then just squeeze your foot in like so. There's absolutely no padding in the shoe whatsoever. That could be a bit of a worry for some people. But my experience in the Neo Vista, that's got a very similar design to this shoe, I knew that it wouldn't cause me too much of a drama. The laces are pretty obsolete, so for me, I don't need to use them. As I said, they're already tied up here. I just squeeze my foot in the shoe and it's good to go. Lockdown, not a problem at all, even without the padding. As I said before, it's structured around that midfoot, just where it needs to be, and my foot actually doesn't go anywhere. In the fit, I'm gonna say true to size in the length. And the toe box is quite generous, so it's pretty wide and it's got a fair bit of volume as well. If you've got a really thin foot, you could probably consider coming half size down, but I like the extra room, so I'm going true to size. Build quality here with Mizuno is excellent. Absolutely amazing. And also the stepping comfort it's not bad, so you get that really nice step-in feel with squishing into the midsole, but at first this knit upper may be a little off-putting for some when they both put their when you first put your foot in the shoe. And in the outsole, so they've pretty much got full rubber coverage here, so anything that is likely to touch the ground in the shoe has got this blown rubber is what they use. Now this rubber itself, it's quite thick, but it's quite soft as well. So in the grip department, in dry conditions, it's very tacky, very sticky. Now in the wet, I have given this a bit of a whirl in the wet and also thrown some pace in the wet, and it actually performed quite well. So it wasn't up there with the Asics grip like the top of the range and the Puma grip, but it wasn't bad at all. So it wasn't like an ice skate. So grip wise, really good to go. Durability wise, it's obviously too early to tell for me, so just a few runs done and done to this one. Now other features on the bottom of the shoe here, you can just see, so pretty much this blue part, the grey part is the rubber, and they've just got exposed foam here through the middle. So this big channel that they've got through the middle, bit of a decoupled groove there. It definitely allows that midsole or that outsole display, lets that midsole splay, and obviously that's going to enhance the ride in this shoe. And in the midsole, so the foam that they are using here is that Mizuno Enerzy NXT. So you might be familiar with that foam because it's the foam that was used in the Mizuno Neo Vista. Now, I'm not sure if this is the exact same formulation of foam that's in the Neo Vista. It could be tweaked a little bit. I have noticed on the website that it does say nitrogen injected, and I can't remember if they actually stated that in the Neo Vista. But this one, it says nitrogen injected, but it also says Enerzy NXT. So if someone knows if it's the exact same formulation, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Now geometry wise, it's got the smooth speed assist geometry, so that's just what Mizuno call their geometry to the bottom of the shoe, so their rocker. Now they've toned down the rocker in the smooth speed assist here, so this is probably the most gentle version of a rocker in a Mizuno shoe that does say it's got the smooth speed assist. So if you're familiar with the Neo Vista, like I keep going back to, because this shoe just looks so much like it, it's same sort of geometry, but it is definitely toned down a little bit. So it doesn't have as an aggressive heel bevel, and also it doesn't have an aggressive forefoot rocker. Again though, the majority of the foam in this shoe is more towards the rear to the middle of the shoe. Now, it doesn't have a plate in the shoe, but rigidity wise, it's still a pretty stiff shoe. So we've got some flex in the forefoot, but overall, for not having a plate, I still think it's on the stiff side. And in the ride, so the first word that comes to mind is smooth. It's soft, it's bouncy, and it's a lot of fun. So the rebound in this shoe, although it's got a lot of bounce, it's not responsive, so it doesn't scream out that it's a super fast shoe, and I have put it through the paces already. So I've already done some efforts at marathon pace, and I've gone up to 10K pace, 5K efforts, and yeah, although I did get to those paces, it certainly wasn't happy at those faster paces. Its sweet spot is certainly that jogging pace, maybe up to about that steady pace. So for me, yeah, not a responsive shoe, just super fun, especially going at that jogging pace. Now, stability-wise, it's got a really wide platform on the bottom here, and I didn't feel unstable in this shoe whatsoever. So not even wobbly through the heel, even though this shoe is so soft. And likes in this shoe so far, so certainly number one, the ride. It's amazing, especially at that easy pace. Also, I love the fit, I love the lockdown, very surprised with how this shoe fits me. I love the breathability of the shoe, and I love the lightweight as well. And what I'm still figuring out is the versatility of the shoe. So I know the website does claim that this is a versatile lightweight trainer. I'm not too convinced there yet. And in this early stage, I have got nothing bad to say about this shoe yet. So there are some really great signs here with this shoe. So my only concern for other runners out there is I don't think this booty design upper is going to suit everyone, but if this upper works for you, this shoe is going to be a banger. So my early prediction already is I think it's certainly a contender for the shoe of the year, because even if it's just a lightweight daily trainer, I still think it's pretty much the best shoe in that category already. So certainly better than the shoes that I've just currently been tested, which I've given some great scores to. So this ride is already better. It's a lighter shoe, it's a cheaper shoe, it's a more exciting shoe. So I think this one is going to be really hard to beat for the remainder of the year, but there we've got a long way to go. So amazing shoe, loving my time in this one so far. But anyway guys, that is it from me. If you've got any questions regarding this shoe, how it compares to anything else, please just drop that in the comments below. And also, if you've got a question with how this relates to the Neo Vista, just wait out for that one, because they've got a full comparison review between those two shoes coming up shortly. But thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.